Christmas Day. Have you had a nice Christmas Day?
No, well, it was great. I've had worse. I'll put it to you that way. I've had fucking a lot worse.
We are live.
Brilliant. Is that
Merry
video?
Christmas.
Is that video still not going? No.
We're live here.
There's so many of them Grinch videos going around. They're absolutely hilarious.
We sure are. They're unreal.
I wonder who came up with the idea first.
I swear to God, it
sounds
actually-
American. It looks American.
Yeah, terrifying your children.
Yeah.
Something
And
brilliant
people
about it.
laughing at it.
So beautiful.
How are
So
things, guys?
beautiful.
Are you well? Merry Christmas to everyone that's tuning in, whoever will watch this later on. I've had a few
Merry
creamy pints already.
Nice
Chris, you
to
don't
be
see,
here.
you don't seem too bad.
I'm
Well, obviously
actually
you're not too
grand,
bad.
yeah,
You drove in.
Yeah, I'm good. I only had 1 or 2 glasses of wine
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
big Christmas dinner, and kept it very PC.
Very good.
You know,
Well, how did the Christmas morning go for you?
grand. No, very very like again. I don't Christmas Day. I don't go mad.
Yeah.
I personally don't go mad anyway.
Yeah.
So you know,
I tend to not either. Now this year has been a bit different. I had an awful run in. I had an awful bad flu during the week, and I only came right on the Saturday, just in time before the big show on Saturday night in Castlebar with Alan Clark, Aaron Noon, and all the crew. Mickey Joe Hart was there. What was the lady's name? Rachel Gowrie. Yeah, sorry, I don't know how I remember that. Or didn't remember that name.
She's a fine looking girl now.
Fine looking girl,
You
and all the
not like
choir, the whole works, and everyone that was there was brilliant. But anyways, hope everyone is doing well. We
Christmas
just thought
Day, man.
Christmas Day. We thought we'd check in. I was already in the sea this morning.
You were, yeah. How did that go? Lots of people turned up for the charity dip in the sea in Sligo.
They did. About 150 people turned up. There was more that were just watching, just there. I couldn't believe it. I thought it'd be just a handful of us.
Yeah.
And then we all went in, and I think it's online. It's over 3,000, but I think in total it's over 10,000 for the day. So far, and it'll probably reach more by the end of the 24 hours, which is great, and that's all in aid of Sligo Cancer Support Centre, which is a great thing. So yeah, fair dues to everyone involved.
Was it cold?
It was absolutely beautiful.
It's been very mild.
Very mild for Christmas.
Yeah.
It really has. I thought it got cold yesterday evening for a while, but then again, I do have the flu. But getting into the sea was 100% perfect.
We got
Hi, Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon's
Mandy.
in the mix. Mandy goes, Merry Christmas, lads. Shannon says, just saying hello, can hang around. Love the show on Saturday in the TF.
Brilliant, Shannon. I'm sorry I didn't get to chat to you afterwards. We were taking pictures on stage for like half an hour, trying to get it right. I hope you did enjoy it, and yeah, it was good. It was good. I was delighted with it because, as I said, I was a bit sick during the week, and I wanted to try out 2 or 3 new gags. And actually, the drinking one was messed up by Kieran, who brought on the pint.
Yeah.
The pint was meant to come on at the end of the gag.
We're never going to forgive you, Kieran.
Yeah, no, but listen, we only came up with it like 2 minutes beforehand, so
yeah. It happens.
But I worked around it. A lot of people didn't actually realize that there was a malfunction, a wardrobe malfunction. But thank you very much for coming along, Shannon. And get to Claremorris. Get to Claremorris if you can on the 30th. It's going to be off the charts, and I'd love to see you there. And DM me for we'll sort you out with the ticket.
Yeah,
so we will. Yeah,
Shannon's a great supporter.
Yeah, a great supporter. Yeah, 100%. But that is the crack. How apart from that, how was your Christmas? How was the dinner?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
got to say to my sister and her husband, they made an amazing time. Yeah, regular turkey and ham.
Turkey and ham.
Buds.
My mother went off the grid this year.
Oh, really?
Off the grid. She went with a beef on the bone.
What?
Yeah, my mother. Yeah, who is the most traditional person in the entire world, and my father as well. Actually, when it comes down to it.
Yeah,
he's a very traditionalist when it comes down to especially Christmas and Christmas dinner.
Wow! So
he actually encouraged, and I encouraged it.
Beef on the bone.
Beef on the bone. Yeah.
Now that would be beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Great setup.
Yeah. So no turkey and ham. Even though I made a video there about half an hour ago about turkey.
Was there many of you around the table for the dinner?
Just me and the two guys. Yeah. Sometimes
days.
it's a full house, sometimes it's not. As everyone knows, I have 5 kids. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not.
Yeah, has to be done.
So it has to be done. But I get to see them all, so that's
off the bottle. It's we were talking about this earlier on. Be stressful time, and you were like, you just put after the gig on Saturday night, you were like drawing a line in the sand. Now.
Yeah,
no more stress.
Yeah, it was such a busy run in between shows and appearances. And I'd done the dog and it all together up in Dublin the weekend last weekend at the Cage Legacy, and then drinking in the Black Forge with Conor McGregor and that, which was great crack at the time, but you pay for it. Yeah. And then on Monday I knew I was coming down with something. It wasn't just the drink blues. And by Tuesday I was really sick, like really. Wow. And I don't get sick. I get heart attacks. And I get heart attacks and I get brain aneurysms.
Yeah, just go straight to
I go straight to the big ones.
Yeah.
So it's a real kick in the nuts when I get that, because you're not sick enough not to do anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you
won't
get
not, any sympathy either way.
Oh, no sympathy. No sympathy. No sympathy from any of the kids. No. Actually, the kids give me more sympathy for what it's worth than anyone. But anyone else, no. Mother and father, forget about it. You brought that on yourself.
Yeah, this is
you dirty
enjoy
pig.
Yourself. Yeah, fucking enjoy yourself.
But no. But so then then I was like, I wanted to try out new stuff for the show in Castlebar. 2,000 people, over 2,000 people. And you want to try out new stuff and you haven't practiced it and you're panicking about it a little bit. And I don't usually panic about live shows, but it went well, I think. Yeah. Hopefully Shannon will testify to.
No, I was there myself. It was a good night. Good crack was had. You did well. Everyone did well.
Yeah.
And there was it was a lively crowd.
It was a great crowd, as Castlebar and Alan Clark.
Yeah.
You would presume. And of course Gareth New was brilliant as well.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Thanks, Shannon. Shannon says, you covered the pint error. It was funny. Yeah. Did you realise it was a pint error? Did you realise it was an error? I don't think a lot of people did, the way I done it. But I was like, no, the pint isn't meant to come out for another 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But we went with it. But I tell you what, one thing that I noticed over the Christmas dinner, and there was only the 3 of us. And now my mother wouldn't be arguing about some of the topics, but it's the same argument I have.
She can argue now.
Oh, she can argue, but she'll be arguing about it even though she knows nothing about it.
Yeah.
Nothing about it. She'll just pipe in just to say something, and not out of spite. She thinks she knows something about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a mean way. I mean, she knows nothing about boxing. Right. Absolutely.
Boxing out the weekend.
Nothing.
Now she's an expert.
Yeah. That's it. She knows nothing about boxing.
Well, Anthony Joshua lad got lucky the last day now, didn't she?
Didn't she? But it's the same sort of arguments I have, or not arguments, but differences that you'd have with your father. like the same ones, and they're brilliant. Like when you're sitting around at Christmas, and we're going to go through a few Christmas discussions around the table in Ireland anyway.
Yeah.
And one of them is always who was the best boxer or the greatest boxer
Greatest boxer of all
of
time.
all time.
I always throw Floyd Mayweather into just cat among the pigeons. He's so dislikable.
Yeah,
People hate him so much.
yeah. I knew you'd go with someone like that.
I'd have to just throw that in.
You are, yeah.
Yeah.
That's who you'd aspire to be great but hated.
Oh yeah.
You just
I
love it.
love it.
You just
I love
I'd
it.
rather be
Love it.
I'd rather be loved and be
And
be all right.
Yeah, no, you want to be loved no matter whether you're right or wrong.
Yeah,
You want the opinion to be loved along with you.
yeah,
I'm okay as long as it's right.
yeah. No, I need to be loved.
Yeah, I like to just throw a little firecracker in there. It's like just Floyd Mayweather, man. I know he rapes, but he boxes.
Does he?
Oh,
Is he into that crack as well?
oh, there's a few of them out there.
Dirty bastard. I
Mike
didn't know
Tyson,
that now. Well,
And
Mike Tyson would be up there. He'd be one of my
famously convicted of rape.
yeah to his wife.
Yes,
Yeah, which is not
did hard.
doesn't make it
slammer time as
any
well.
doesn't make it any better, but at least he done the time.
He done the time. He
Yeah,
did. He
yeah.
did.
Did he
Rachel
ever
Gre-
admit to it?
I don't know if he's admitted to it, but he did the slammer time for it. So that kind of
Yeah.
whether
Okay.
he admits to it or not, like
Fair enough.
yeah, that was a like I remember watching like a short YouTube documentary about how the marriage came about, and that girl was like, she was on her way to a little bit of TV fame,
Okay.
and that's what. And
I know we never asked how's the sound. If anyone can tell us how's the sound.
yeah, if there's a problem, let us know.
Manda has 8 kids, so I know what it's like. Yeah, it's tough with kids,
Yeah,
but it's great. Also, I mean, that's what Christmas is
Well,
all
yeah,
about. Christmas is all
exactly.
about kids. It's as simple as that. And looking back on your year and looking back on the people that aren't there, that were there last year or many years
that can
previously.
make Christmas hard when
Oh,
you have
yeah.
a gang around. And
Yeah.
that can be tough. Right?
It's tough. It's very tough.
Rachel is in Sydney, isn't it? She's down in Australia.
Sydney, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Happy Christmas, boys. Stephen's Day, where she is now. Hope
That
you're having a
is
great
correct.
day.
What time is it?
Or be early in the
7
morning
o'clock
there. wouldn't it?
here. So
12 hours.
yeah. Like
8
3 or 4
o'clock
in the morning.
morning.
How was your Christmas, Rachel? What did you do? Where did you go? It must be crazy. And I got a couple of videos from Australia today, actually, sent to me on the Instagram page at WhatsApp.
Are you on the beach?
Yeah, it looks
Summertime
beautiful out
there.
It's summertime out there. It's crazy. Can you imagine doing Christmas? That's the way. That's when Christmas should be. I always said it
In the summertime?
in the summertime, man.
But then you've got nothing to break up the winter. Nothing to look forward to all winter. Like
Go on a holiday. This is the time of year to go on a holiday.
to Australia.
Anywhere.
Most time,
You see, you can't go. You can't go to Australia on holiday in January, or December or January because
too hot.
Christmas in the middle. No, Christmas in the middle. I don't mind. I love the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no point in but if you had the summertime, you could amalgamate the summer holidays with Christmas.
But I love the heat, and there's Australian 40 degrees during the day.
Love it. I would love that. Absolutely
That would
love
test
it.
anyone now.
Yeah, if you could come out of the shade the odd time and maybe cool down for a half an hour, I would love that heat.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
But yeah, so the best boxers is quite. It's almost sometimes a very lad centric chat.
Yeah,
Like some way sports can get divisive,
yeah.
but boxing.
But still, I
especially.
mean, still, it is a major
Katie
topic.
Taylor's name really comes into the mix now as well.
That is true.
The women's champion.
And do you know what?
World champion.
Do you know what? I am disappointed in myself for not even considering her
No,
because she was a woman.
but she's not the greatest boxer of all time.
Oh no, but I mean, I didn't even think of her. She's definitely the greatest. Female boxer
Yeah,
of all
without doubt.
It's a bit like that that trick question about the parent and being a doctor. Everyone assumes it's your father,
Oh,
and it turns out to be the mother.
yeah.
But the way the question is asked, you never think that it
Yeah.
could be the mother.
Shows your own bias.
Yeah. Well, it's not bias. It's just what
Well,
we're
we all
trained to
have
think.
inherent bias,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, to our own people that look like us or whatever. You know that's so, again, you relate to what your surroundings are or
Yeah.
what you
It's
grow up
primal.
with. Yeah, it's primal.
Primal. Yeah. Primal. And that's what it all comes down to: is primal,
Of course.
primal instinct. And it's the same with love, or affections, emotions.
So who's your argument for the greatest
Ah,
whatsoever?
Muhammad Ali. There's no question.
He's
Whether
the
he was the greatest tactical technician and
he did
athlete,
change the game.
I don't know. It was everything. It was that and his charisma, his persona, the whole work.
Mm.
Just an
Yeah.
incredible athlete.
Yeah, he's hard to argue against.
Yeah, just everything, and how he carried himself after it as well, and his mouth hit his good just as good as his hands.
Yeah, there was that. Like, yeah, there's obviously that. See, because the problem is with any of these arguments, it becomes generational.
Of course it does, and
And
it's hard to say.
Comparing generations is difficult. Like,
Another one was greatest singer or artist. Now again, you see that's all subjective.
So, who's your old fella's?
Well,
argument on
he'd
that?
be up with. He reckons ABBA
Yeah,
was the best pop group, but he's a country and western fanatic, and he reckons Jim Reeves has the best voice.
wow. Be a lot of people that would agree with him.
Yeah. So
The 214 Horatio, Sheepwalk Swinford tomorrow, I'd say.
you never know.
Might
We mightn't
be the
even wait till
worst, I
tomorrow.
don't know. Yeah, wouldn't be the first time.
You never know. We might even head down now. We see if Phillips open. The road to No Town. Alex Higgins was better than Ali as a sportsman. No harm, boys.
I don't know. I don't know if you can even argue that. I don't even think that Alex Higgins is the best in his sport.
I don't think so either.
He's not even.
No, he was a great character.
He's a
And
great
I heard
character.
some great stories about Alex Higgins
Yeah.
from
remember-
around in Northern Ireland and around the
I
border.
remember seeing this.
A great character, but
remember
I wouldn't
seeing
say
in the
the greatest sports
newspaper.
person.
I remember seeing in the newspaper there was a small 2-inch column of Alex Higgins getting arrested for smoking weed in a cinema in Belfast back in the mid 2000s,
Right.
and I was just like, that's unreal.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was so small. It was almost insulting to him
Yeah.
that it was
Of all the
a
things
bit
he'd
of a
done.
splash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was caught smoking weed in the middle of a cinema. In the middle
I
of the
have
day.
a funny story about Alex Higgins. I was in bed one night. I was in bed one night and I was trying to get sleep, and someone else was trying to
Yeah.
get sleep as well. And my mind just wouldn't shut off. And I was just about to doze off. And next thing, out of nowhere, this thought came into my head. Was Alex Higgins married? Was he ever married? And did his wife ever put up with him?
Yeah,
And I had to get up and figure it out.
find out.
I had to get up and check it out on the computer.
And was he?
He was.
Fair play to
He
him.
was, and he had a child. He had a kid as well, and famously, now this, I hope this is right. Famously ran up to him after he won one of his titles.
Oh, very cool.
At the obviously the Crucible. It's
He
Crucible. Isn't it?
won.
He won 10 years apart.
Yeah, he won two world titles.
Yeah, was it 71 and 81
I think it might. Yeah, or was
Or
it
something like
70
that.
and 80?
or something like that?
So yeah,
Or was it 80 and 90? No, couldn't
no,
be.
no, no. He did
Yeah.
one in the late 60s or early 70s.
Yeah. So
I'll actually look it up while we're.
do, and the road to No Town is in Donegal. Shout out to Donegal. So the greatest artist or band or singers of all time. Who would you put up there?
Because it's subjective. It's who do I like?
Yes,
most.
you see, it's who you like. But then again, sometimes you can put that aside.
Yeah.
You can put that aside and sort of know that, like, you'd have to admire the Beatles. Although I'm not the greatest fan of the Beatles.
Oh, Beatles are amazing.
Yeah, you'd have to admire the Rolling
72
Stones.
and 82.
72 and 82. weren't far off.
Be John Spencer in the first one and Ray Reardon in the second.
Ray Reardon won one as well, didn't
He
he?
won 5, I think.
No way.
Was it?
I
bunch.
would say if I was going to the greatest guitarist, I would say Rory Gallagher.
Subjective.
Yeah.
Like most people would say Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, I'd go with Rory Gallagher. Well, maybe it's because I'm a little bit biased as well. And I
I
probably listen to more Rory Gallagher than Jimi Hendrix.
sorry. Ray Reardon won world titles in 1970, 73,
Wow.
74, 75, 76, and
He won-
78, and runner up in 82. 6. 1, 2, 3.
I
4,
did
5,
not
6.
know that.
Yeah,
And he
6.
was meant to be a pretty boring player.
Yeah.
Safe enough. Bit like Steve Davis.
Steve Davis brought no personality to it.
Yeah.
Purposely.
And the funny thing is, I wouldn't, if I had said that, did I know anything about snooker, I would have said no. But just amazing how the mind works
Oh yeah.
from being a young fella watching and listening to your parents and whatnot. So who's the greatest artist? Pin it to the, if you were to ask now, if God came down and said,
greatest music artist of all time.
that contributed the most to music. Put it to you that way.
I would probably say George Harrison, the Beatles. I think he was instrumental to. And then when he left the Beatles, he was. Again, it's a left field choice because I think when he
It's
left,
very
the
left.
Beatles,
But I think you're just making these up just to be controversial.
yeah, maybe.
No, don't do that.
I'm
gonna say Elvis.
I think the Beatles. I think the Beatles over Elvis because I think they had more longevity, and then they went into solo careers.
Yeah. Oh,
So
well, that's
John,
true.
John
Okay.
Lennon,
Okay.
George Harrison. Oh, like they all had some sort of solo career after, and then after that, like their influence on music is astronomical in a way that I think Elvis, like you look at Paul McCartney, and his longevity.
But that's true. Now,
Like,
where we can say this because that would be on our peripheral sort of vision, as in music wise. But there's probably artists 20 or 30 years before that even.
Sinatra or
even like
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, but even before them, the
Bill
1940s. There's yeah. But Elvis, in my thinking,
I
is
know I
conservative.
said this on a previous podcast. Does the fact that he met Priscilla Presley when she was 40 not kind of make things a
It
bit
does,
weird?
yeah. When I said that to Pete, French Toast, and his
I
brother
said
Ollie, every time you mention it to them, it's like you can't say
it's like
anything
a
wrong about
dagger to
Elvis.
the heart.
Yeah, can't say anything bad about Elvis.
Oh, Ollie loves Elvis.
Elvis, yeah.
Big time.
What's that? Darren says, I've decided to switch off the Lion King. Check in, lads. Fair play, Darren. Thank you so much.
That is quite the
Well,
compliment.
Pause it. Well, I hope we're better entertainment.
We have
than the Lion
Simba
King,
right here anyway.
Yeah, we do indeed. Whoa.
And he's been
Sounds
taking
more like
yellow Simbas.
a horse then. So you say the Beatles, I say Elvis. So another topic was who's going to win next year's All Ireland. So for anyone that's watching from not in Ireland, this won't interest you at all.
Did you argue? Did you please don't tell me you argued for Mayo?
No.
Thank God.
No. But my father, no matter what year he asked him,
It's
Mayo are
definitely
going to win.
he's
This is
convinced.
it. Yeah.
In fairness, he's
Last year was only we're only testing out the opposition.
that's nice.
Yeah, but he says that every year.
We've been doing that since the 1950s.
Yeah, we've been doing that as long as since 1996. We've been testing out the opposition, and we're only waiting on the long grass. And he had a dream. Yeah, I had a dream. I had a dream that this year we beat a team in Red in the All Ireland final. Red in the All Ireland final.
He's sitting there looking at your red napkin.
Yeah.
He's like, red.
Yeah, or it could be Dublin or it could be Kerry, but every year. But who do you think is going to win it this year?
Probably Kerry.
Kerry.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Dublin again.
I think that they came back for one last hurrah with they pulled Cluxton back into
Mhm.
play. You know, McCaffrey came back in there. You know,
I
these
think too
guys
many.
are
I think too many of them went in the one go. If that
yeah,
makes
but
sense.
like all coming back together. They're all a year older now. They're going to have a big drop off eventually,
Yeah.
and I think it's coming big time.
I think by then I think the new fellas will come through. And I fancy them. I backed Dublin.
I
I
don't,
backed Dublin
I
last year.
didn't think they were the best team in the country last year, to be
I
honest.
think they were, and I said it from the beginning. When they
But
beat Mayo, I said Dublin are definitely going to win the All Ireland.
yeah, I think there's more in Kerry than I think they kind of strolled into the final and they never really got up for it like
Who? Kerry?
Kerry.
Yeah,
But like
like we bet them.
yeah,
Yeah, so we bet them down in Kerry, and I said when Dublin, the first half with Mayo and Dublin, as I said, we're not going to keep on the GAA because I know a lot of people don't like the GAA too much, but it's a big topic in I'd say both our houses. Um, when Mayo came out and it was nip and tuck for the first half, should we watch it together
yeah.
in Croke Park? I rang my father and I said Mayo have as good a chance as any they ever had before to beat in Dublin. I said as long as they don't get blown away in the first 15 minutes of the second half.
It's like you said it out loud.
I said it
and
out loud and
they
it
went,
happened.
we have to do what?
Yeah, as they were running onto the pitch,
Yeah,
and within 5 minutes they'd gone
blown
from
out.
14 points up.
I swear to God, it was
5 fucking minutes.
It was almost like we should have been going into that halftime a couple points up, if anything.
Yeah.
We-
Could not believe it. We were, I think,
See how many times
7 or
that
8
happened
points
to
down
us?
anyway. Huh?
How many times that happened to us?
It happened the last 2 times we were in the exact same place in Croke
Yeah.
Park. It has happened with Dublin.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe we shouldn't go to games together.
maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should stop hanging out. You have to. You have the first 15 minutes of the second half is always the championship quarter.
Yeah.
If there's anything, if there's only a couple of points in it, the game will be decided in the first 15 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
And Mayo just switch off every fucking
Oh,
time.
It's
Every time.
horrendous. Is that? Let us know in the comments. Do you get into any big arguments about sports
Or any
music?
sports, yeah. What would be the
Like,
topic?
what's the big debate? And if
or maybe
you,
maybe you don't argue at home. Maybe
Yeah,
you know,
right.
which I highly doubt it. If you're Irish, or well, then again, if you're any race or any
Yeah.
country, you would
plus we have a
argue.
bunch of people watching and no one's liked the video yet. Like, that would be
Like the
really
video,
nice if you
yeah.
wanted to
Does that
like
make
the
a
video.
difference?
It means that more people get a chance
So anyway,
to watch
I'm going to Dublin. I'm going to go with Dublin next year. I'd love to see Mayo win it, obviously, but I don't think I don't even think we'll be in the quarterfinal. Never mind the All Ireland final, and I hate saying that.
Mayo's really in a big transition.
Yeah.
But who knows? We might get a bunch of players that come through.
You just never know with Mayo. See, I'm going to try and do reverse psychology. Every year,
Derry could be a dark horse for the All Ireland finalists.
They could.
Mickey Hart.
Why is Mickey Hart going to
Derry.
managing this year?
Yeah.
Since when?
He came in a couple of weeks ago.
Wow, I didn't hear that. And
It was around
he
Halloween.
was in
I
the
saw
TF.
this-
He was in the TF the other night singing.
Yeah.
We got the world tonight. Okay,
Sure did.
multi-talented.
Um,
I did not know that.
I saw this amazing. I'll see if I can get this up for the rest of the stream. I saw this amazing Halloween costume. This young lad with dressed up as Mickey Hart, and but instead of Bannister, he had Traitor.
Oh,
Derry and Tyrone.
wow. That's right. I never even thought of that.
Oh, that it wouldn't have gone down well now.
Well, she can't blame him if he's not wanted in Tyrone. It's
Exactly.
he has to go somewhere. Like I suppose Derry would be like going from Man United to Man City,
Chelsea.
or Man United worse, Man United to
Liverpool. Yeah.
No, fair play to him. How many All Irelands did he win with Tyrone? 3, was it?
3. Yeah.
Now, another thing is that is in most Irish homes is talked about is American presidents. I don't know what the fascination is with America in Ireland and American presidents, but there's no doubt there is a fascination with American
Oh
presidents.
yeah.
Probably stemmed. I don't think it was even
JFK.
before JFK. No, I think it was even before JFK.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, that's before the 1960s, so it's very
Yeah,
hard to
like
quantify.
when you're going back to when you think about it, De Valera was American,
Yes, true.
and that was the only reason he wasn't assassinated.
He, well, or killed
Or killed.
after the
Yeah,
1916 rising. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so it was a
So, but there was a major tie-in with America even then.
yeah, true.
So, no, we've always had a fascination with American presidents. Maybe it was because it was stemmed out of going back in history, the fight against the English, even though there's no fight anymore, obviously. But is there?
Or is there?
Or is
Yeah.
there? But who was the greatest American president, in your opinion?
Roosevelt.
You're only saying
FDR. FDR, New Deal.
Huh?
FDR. Like all of the good stuff that came in the 1940s, the Hoover Dam, all
that.
the
Was that a
good
good
stuff-
thing?
The Hoover Dam
Yeah.
created thousands of jobs and dam.
Did you know that the concrete in the Hoover Dam is still curing?
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was you that told me that.
Oh yeah. Well, the concrete in the middle of the Hoover Dam is still not fully set. Amazing.
That's unreal.
Yeah, I suppose he was good.
You're gonna say JFK
Of course.
because he's just so obvious.
Why?
He's a Catholic.
It's nothing to do with being Catholic. I couldn't give
he's-
him monkeys if he was a
He's
if he was a
oh,
Buddhist.
he's as Irish as bag of
If
potatoes.
he was a Buddhist Shiite monk.
You're so obvious, man.
Well, I love Ireland. I love
He
the
was as
American.
Irish,
I love the Irish American
he's as
connection.
Irish as me fucking toe.
Ah, come on now. He was Irish. I'd say if he cut him, he'd bleed fucking
Bleed green.
Kerrygold. He spunks out Guinness.
Yeah. Like that. I don't.
Or he did. Or is he dead? No, he's definitely dead.
I thought you'd say Trump for the crack. Your father said Trump.
No, my father definitely said Trump. 100%. He's a big Trump fan. I'm very disappointed in Joe Biden.
I'm not
He's
even
an idiot.
surprised.
Turned
I
out
am
to be a
not
complete idiot.
surprised in the slightest about Joe Biden.
Why?
Because he's a corporate Democrat. He's been
Oh,
doing this
he's
since the
fucking dose.
1990s. Have you not seen?
I spent 6 months trying to defend him, and I looked at some of the stuff, and
He put this crime bill in the. I think you should see his argument in 1994. This crime bill that he introduced, which is now in hindsight just incarcerated lots of black people, and like what his arguments for are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he was the one interested.
Do you know we had an argument the other day, and I'm only after thinking of it.
Ronald
Not an
Reagan-
argument.
Jim goes, Ronald Reagan was the best president of the United States. Come on, man.
No, he's only doing that just to
Yeah.
stir the pot.
Yeah, I think so.
That's all he's doing that.
No one is arguing that Ronald
What does
Reagan,
what does POTUS mean?
president of the United States.
President of the. Oh yeah.
POTUS.
No. Come on now.
No, come on.
Come on, get real, Jim.
Jim, come on, man.
You're only
You're
saying that.
embarrassing yourself
You're only
now.
saying that. And look, you've really let yourself down here by saying Mayo for Sam 2024. No
Yeah.
question. So obviously you're either mad on your
He's
chats,
absolutely off his nut.
off his nuts, or he's drunk as a skunk.
Yeah.
No offense, Jim.
We mean that, we say that with love.
And the utmost respect.
But you've lost
Come
your
on now,
fucking
JFK,
mind.
the charisma of JFK.
He took the money from the mafia.
Fair play to him.
That's
I'd
what
take
got
that
him
myself.
elected. I bet.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? They have to give it to someone.
But that's a fact.
As long as there's a bit of romance to it, I'm in.
Yeah. Jim also said Mayor for Sam. That's the problem, Shane. He actually ruined
You're dead
his
right,
own
Shane.
argument.
You're dead. Yeah,
He ruined his own argument by starting with Mayor for Sam.
Yeah,
Nothing that comes after that.
yeah.
is
It's
ever
going to make.
taken
Yeah,
serious.
yeah. And I found that out the hard way after 10 years of shouting out the same thing.
Yeah. Pure belief. There we go. Great.
Are we on long? Are we?
We are. Yeah. That's good. I think so.
How can you tell? No, like I mean, where does it say? Usually we can tell how long we've been on.
Oh, how long have we been on?
Yeah.
Oh, we are on 35 minutes.
Oh, we'll wrap it up. So the last argument, which is always around the Christmas table, or the sitting room, or the couch on Christmas Day, is what is the greatest Christmas song?
Yeah.
And I'll be shocked I'll be absolutely shocked and surprised if
We don't agree.
if we don't agree on this.
So on 3, 1, 2, 3, White Christmas. I'm messing.
It has to be Fairy Tale New York.
Yeah, it's without doubt. It's fucking. There's a lovely melancholy about
It's
it.
everything. Should have been number one in '87. It should have been number
It
one
was
every other year.
But most importantly, it was number 1 here.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was number 2 in Ireland.
It's number 6.
Was it?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
100%.
I thought
Wham, wham,
you're that age. You probably remember it.
wham.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Got number 1
Last Christmas.
last Christmas. Yeah. Well, I presume it's the Christmas song.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Check it out. I couldn't believe it. That's all the fucking George Michael anus lickers.
Was that the band he was in? Was it? That's his
George-
solo. That's his solo group.
George Michael
George
and the
Michael.
anus lickers. Oh my
stop.
God, Shane McGowan and this is a true story. Shane McGowan and the nipple erectors.
Oh, that they were brilliant in fairness.
Yeah. So tell us now, and then we'll sign off,
We'll find
and we'll go back to drinking creamy pints.
creamy glasses of wine. It took number 1 in one place, Ireland,
When?
in 1986.
And it did for like the week of his funeral.
Well, no, Fairy Tale New York.
Is Fairy Tale go down? Is Fairy Tale New York number 1 in 2023?
Fairy Tale New York, the classic duet between the late Shane McGowan and Kirsty MacColl, originally released in 1987. It was kept off the top spot by Always on My Mind, Pet
Again.
Shop Boys. Although it
Oh.
did take number 1
Oh, the
slot
pink
in
pound.
Ireland.
The pink pound.
Yeah, it did take number 1 slot in Ireland.
Always on my
Number 2
mind.
number
And it's
2 in the
always on my mind isn't even a fucking original song.
It was a cover of it.
Jesus Christ. Elvis covered that.
So it was number 1 in Ireland, though.
Ah. Tch. But what about this year?
Oh, this year it'd definitely be number
No, it wasn't, I'm telling you.
1. By who? Who was
I'm
number
telling
1?
you, Wham was number 1 in Ireland this year.
This year?
It's all fucking Sam Smith's fucking followers. Christmas number 1 in Ireland. Type it in and I can guarantee you it wasn't. I'd love to think I'm wrong. 2023, there it is.
Last Christmas, official charts company singles.
For 2023, last Christmas is number 1. No,
Is that right?
no.
Oh.
Is there any one of the countries fucked?
The young people of today.
Yeah,
That's why it is.
yeah.
Where I said it the last day to you, we know the whole country's fucked because we're not complaining about the young people of today about the behavior.
Yeah.
We're about stupid choices.
Yeah, stupid choices. Like, it's just, I don't know. That's just typical of how the country's gone. George Michael, and how like, last Christmas. Can't believe it. I'm stunned. And I wanted to be wrong. For once in my life, I wanted to be wrong.
Yeah.
I wanted to be wrong.
Um.
So we're getting a couple of comments in now. Number 1 in Ireland, Shane Foley. 6 in the UK. Number 1 in Ireland, what is, Shane?
Fairy Tale in New York was number 1 in Ireland at the time.
And at the time, yeah, but I was meant to be number 1 this year as well. I think it got number 6 in the end. Shakin' Stevens, no contest. Is that about a song or
No,
just him
the-
in general?
Greatest Christmas song.
Oh, which one was his?
I can't remember.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, was it? Big Tom McBride, One More Christmas with You. Haven't heard it, but it sounds good. It sounds like something that I'd listen to. EMC, good things no longer get accepted
Merry
into
Christmas,
Ireland.
everyone, was Shakin' Stevens.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah, wasn't he a bit of a wrong'un?
Probably was. So this is the 80s.
I think
They were all wrong.
Or was that Anton? No, not
And
Anton
the
Deck.
deck.
No, Ant. You know
And
the-
Jemima.
No.
Jemima
Ant.
Ant. My Aunt Anne.
No, is either Ant is his first name or his second name.
Anthony Bourdain.
I can't think of it. It's gone. But I can picture him. I can see his face.
Either way, guys, look.
Happy Christmas,
Merry
Sean.
Christmas. Thanks for.
Wham number one
Was
this year.
Santa
Yeah,
good to us?
unbelievable.
He
Jim.
wasn't bad. He wasn't bad.
Unbelievable, Jim. Unbelievable. Can't believe it. Right. We're going to try and see you out with the Fairy Tale New York. Can you sing it?
We'll do.
You do it, yeah. Fairy Tale was not 6 in the UK and 1 in Ireland now. I don't think so, Shane. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in Ireland, Wham got number 1 as well, which is Adamant. Shawnee, you're on the ball. Adamant. He got done for being a wrong one. Merry Christmas, Shane.
It was Christmas Eve and Adamant. He was a wrong
a drunk tank. An old man said to me, won't see another one.
And then he sang a song.
A rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my face away and dreamed about you. Got on a lucky one. Came in at 10 to 1. I've got a feeling this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas. I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true.
Anyway, that's us.
Good night, God bless, and Merry Christmas. Take care.
Going to sign us off.
Until the next time, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay away from yourself.
Good luck.